Humor in speaking and persuasion, the quiet power of not needing to prove yourself. For a long time, I believed that persuasion was about logic. If my arguments were strong enough, clear enough, and correct enough, people would agree with me. But the more I tried to convince, the more I noticed something strange. People weren't opening up. They were pulling away. That's when I realized something important. People are rarely persuaded by logic alone. They're persuaded when they feel safe. And when used with care, humor becomes one of the fastest ways to create that safety. The best persuaders don't make others feel wrong. No one enjoys being proven wrong. Even when you're right, if you make someone feel small, you've already lost the conversation. Humor gently shifts the focus from who's right to let's look at this together. A light, self-aware comment often opens more doors than a perfectly structured argument. Humor softens authority without weakening it. In leadership, in presentations, in professional settings, authority that isn't softened creates distance. I've seen brilliant people walk into a room and instantly make everyone tense. And I've seen others say one simple, slightly humorous line, and suddenly the whole room leans in. Humor doesn't make you less serious. It makes you more approachable. Great speakers know when to lower themselves. There's a quiet paradox in communication. The more secure you are, the less you need to stand above others. Healthy humor isn't self-deprecation. It's confidence strong enough to stop defending the ego. When you can laugh at yourself, others no longer feel the need to resist you. Humor carries messages further than words. People forget slides. They forget numbers. They forget bullet points. But they remember how you made them feel. A thoughtful moment of humor can stay with someone long after the conversation ends. Because emotion always travels farther than information. Humor in speaking and persuasion, the quiet power of not needing to prove yourself. If you want to persuade someone, don't stand higher than them. Stand closer. A touch of humor, used with awareness and respect, is often the shortest path between your message and another human being. Humor, the invisible thread that keeps relationships alive. The longer I live, the more I realize this. Most relationships don't fall apart because of one big event. They fade because of accumulated exhaustion, unspoken tension, harsh tones, the slow disappearance of laughter. Strong relationships aren't conflict-free. Every relationship has friction. The difference lies in how that friction is handled. Healthy humor doesn't erase conflict. It prevents conflict from turning into lasting damage. Sometimes a gentle smile is just a way of saying, we're still on the same side. Humor keeps loved ones from becoming opponents. The closer we are, the easier it is to unload stress onto each other. We forget that the person in front of us isn't the enemy. They're a partner in life. Kind humor helps release pressure without dumping it onto someone else. That, too, is maturity. In long-term relationships, humor is a sign of care. When people stop joking together, distance usually isn't far behind. Not because there are no issues, but because there's no energy left to connect. A small moment of humor often says, "I'm still here. I still want to understand you." Humor helps us grow old together, not worn down together. Time ages everything, but it doesn't have to harden everything. The relationships that last usually share one quality. They don't take life too seriously. They allow mistakes. They allow differences. They allow laughter, even when youth is long gone. People stay for how they feel, not for obligatio. No one stays long-term because of duty alone. People stay because they feel safe being themselves. Humor rooted in kindness creates that feeling. It doesn't bind people with pressure. It invites them with ease. Humor, the invisible thread that keeps relationships alive. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Humor doesn't make life shallow. It makes life less sharp. In conversations, in persuasion, in relationships that last decades, a little humor, used with care and humanity, can keep people connected longer than promises ever could. Thank you for staying until the end. If these reflections gave you a new perspective, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together.